You know, as a product developer, I see biggest opportunity in our day-to-day lives. I must say that we are having a more distracted generation, and not to sound harsh, but we were creating distraction economies. So we get a typical human now gets interrupted more than 100 times a day. And deep work where we could sit down and do something continuously for a certain amount of time. Students need to do deep work. Professionals need deep work. That is gone because of all the ways things distract us. So I really feel that there's going to be technology that would come to be for our basic assistance. We don't need to be giving back more of our time and attention. And so, we believe in bots work is basically take your mind back from these mindless things
Right.
that distract you and bring down productivity away. So we're going to be more productive pretty soon, and that's only possible if we can, we can do deep work and be more focused. So that's, I think, the biggest opportunity, AI that can help us become more focused, getting our mind back, being able to put our attention.
First, for students and engineers, I mean, this is probably, again, the best time to build something. The time to build, let's say, a POC, when I started back in 2013, 14, as a fresh grad student out of college, I think the POC time was 6 months. Now, if you're going to take anything more than a week for a proof of concept, there's something wrong with you, right? Like the cost to build, time to build, the resources required to build something is really, really low, which means you're only going to be limited by your own ideas, by your own ambition. If you have a good idea, please implement, right? Whether you're a student, whether you're an engineer working for a multinational or a small startup, or wherever you are, or even if you don't have the background, all you need is a solid idea, the resolved mind to go ahead and build it. There is enough and more resources and you can build it. So that's the number one piece of advice. Second, before you build, start thinking this way, right? Like, what is the problem that you're solving? And don't think that your solution is the greatest, right? Or if you're the most unique solution, you're more likely going to be the only wrong person doing that. So if you are solving the right problem, somebody else would have thought about it. So try to figure out and validate the problems and the problem statements and see what's the frequency of occurrence of the problem. Is this a problem that's going to be like Halley's Comet once every 75 years? Please don't solve it.
Yeah, right.
Is it a problem that occurs every single day? Go ahead
Yeah.
and solve it. So frequency
Right.
of the problem statement. So that's exactly how I would look at it. Technology, I don't want to give you any inputs because you guys are going to figure it out. For investors, right? I mean, everybody's talking about AI, and I know investors don't want to be left behind. I know investors are looking at rapid speed, but is it fair to kind of expect something tangible to come out of like 2 months of work, 3 months of work? So look at maturity in terms of what the founders have done, what kind of actual research has been done. Do they have the academic, strength to go ahead and build what they're promising? And also look at, once what the money is given for, is it going to be for build purposes or is it going to be for scaling purposes? I mean, it's if the build is already done, you already know the likelihood of such a company failing is lesser because if you're going to go ahead and bet on horses or like very early stage, maybe it's a big risk.
I think just go do it. I think this is
Just
like the
bring it.
best time for anybody, whether you're a beginner or like me, you've been in the industry for a while and have not really coded. I think this is the best time to like get back into the game and get your hands dirty. It's a lot more fun. Like I remember when I used to write code back in the day, and I'm definitely dating myself, but it was a little bit more kind of frustrating. Like we would get stuck and we didn't know how to proceed. We would have to like go into Stack Overflow or like go into community, wait for a response. It's not like that at all. It's so easy to wipe code. It's so much more fun.
Yeah.
And you can actually build really good scalable systems with the help of AI. So I would say this is the best time. If there was ever a time to get your hands dirty with code or build something, I think this is the time. So I would say go do it. And always, because everything's changing so fast, like the best way to keep yourself up to date with what's happening is by building something. There's only so much theory that you can absorb.
That's true.
And after that, it might not really make sense or it might not be relevant. But once you start building, you will know what are the gaps, and then you'll be really excited to see those gaps being solved by these AI companies too. So I think, yeah, it's a great time to start.
I think two things there. So let me unbundle them. So in terms of the pitch to the technologists in general, I think, yeah, whether you're an employee at a large company or whether you're trying to, do your own thing, the most important thing is to actually be very comfortable with what is happening on the AI side of things. Whatever your actually social media is, whether it's LinkedIn or whether you're on X or something else, I would say follow the topics like, hey, AI, like, what's OpenAI releasing, what's Anthropic releasing. And there is a ton of material out there. And go ahead and download and use things like Claude Cowork, right? Or there is the ChatGPT desktop app. And these things are extremely powerful. And it's very hard to communicate the power of these without, actually having somebody install and use these things, right?
Very
And
true.
for those of you who are actually on the cutting edge, and if you know your security stuff really well, you could get into things like OpenClaw, which is like an agent that you could install, and it could be in your WhatsApp. I have a few private groups where my friends and family, they chat with my OpenClaw, and these things are essentially some things that open your mind up into what is possible. So that's on the sort of my advice for somebody who is on the technology journey, whether you're a founder or whether you're an employee at a large firm. Just play around with it. There is no substitute to getting your hands dirty, and no amount of reading and watching on TV does justice in my mind.
It's a delight for me because essentially I'm building the product I wish I had had as a leader of teams. So it's so fun to build it and to give it to other people. And my true belief is that anybody can be a great leader. Not everyone may want to be, because sometimes what it requires, going deep with people and really understanding them may not be appealing to everyone. And that is also okay if you don't want to do it. For anyone who does, though, I truly believe you can. And we're working on making the tools to make that easier.
It's not about my you or any AI product. There are a lot of AI wrappers coming up, and understanding what actually doing, how it is doing is only you have to experience it. So feel free to experience it multiple times, multiple tools, multiple products, and then that will help you to increase your knowledge of what to choose, how to choose, and many times it may not be able to explain that how they built on the back end, but while you're seeing, don't buy a product or don't buy anything just for one feature.